If you're searching for new places to visit in Austria, we have something special for you this time. We are visiting Reutte today with a huge suspension bridge. It looks absolutely terrifying. I'll be screaming and people in Vienna will hear me, I promise. The absolute highlight of this place is definitely the Highline 179 bridge. The easiest and most convenient way to reach this place is by car, but you can also find a train or a bus connection depending on where you are departing from. There is also no need to reserve a time slot because you can just come and buy the tickets here. So we bought the tickets for the bridge and for the lift that can take you to this place where the bridge starts. There is also a castle over there, but there is actually another castle on top of the mountain and you can pay for a second lift. We decided to stick for the bridge and the first castle. The bridge looks huge, I don't know. I mean, what are your expectations?
No expectations, I know it already. But lots of screaming from your side, I assume.
Highline 179 connects the castle ruins of Ehrenberg with Fort Claudia. The bridge stretches 606 meters across the Ehrenberg Valley and soars 114 meters above the ground, offering a thrilling experience for visitors. It is literally being advertised as a view with a thrill. The name Highline 179 comes from the nearby B179 Fan Pass road, which runs below the bridge. The bridge is built with cutting-edge engineering techniques to ensure stability and safety. Despite its length and height, it can hold up to 500 people at a time, though only 100 people are allowed for comfort. Before crossing the bridge, you must know that you will most likely have to return and cross the bridge again, because on the other side there is no elevator or funicular to take you down. After you are done with the bridge, you can go a bit higher up and explore the ruins of the castle. It was originally built in the 13th century to protect the strategically important road connecting Germany and Italy. Are you a king of Austria?
Ah,
Yeah.
just lazy.
Lazy. A lazy
Lazy
king
king.
of Austria.
Just
Previously, this castle hosted medieval festivals. However, each year from November to February, you can experience the light installations here. You will have to pay additionally to visit the castle at this time, and the entry ticket is about 20 euros. You can immerse yourself in a fairy tale-like atmosphere thanks to the illuminated trail where the story of one knight is brought to life in a creative and captivating way. A perfect activity for families. One of the top things to do in Innsbruck is visiting the Nordkette. There are a couple of possibilities on how to save some money on tickets. We have a yearly ticket on different activities, however there is also an Innsbruck card for tourists that intend to visit multiple attractions in or around Innsbruck. If you are interested in visiting the top of Innsbruck only, you can buy a ticket online or on spot. The prices will vary significantly depending if you opt for a combi ticket, for example. The last station of the funicular is Hungerburg. Here you can enjoy a panoramic view of the city and even enjoy a Christmas market in December. After that, you'll need to switch to a cable car that will take you directly to Seegrube. There you will find the highest chill-out zone in Innsbruck, located 1,900 meters above sea level. But we will return to this point after the very top of Innsbruck. After switching the cable car one more time, here we are. So, I have chosen the dramatic location with the sign. The views are amazing! Just have a look. It's so beautiful. I'm a bit afraid to go here and there, but I mean, it's a bit snowy, but not very much. Cold, crowded, very crowded. I didn't expect it to be so crowded, but I mean, the views are amazing. And you can go on top, but I don't know. I'm not very motivated. The weather can be unpredictable at high altitudes, so it's important to check the weather beforehand. You might need a pair of sunglasses for better vision, for example, or a scarf and warm gloves. the way, yellow helicopters in the mountains provide emergency medical services, including rapid transportation of patients and rescue operations in remote or hard-to-reach areas. Given Innsbruck's location in the Alps, the helicopters are crucial for rescuing injured hikers, skiers, and climbers. To be fair, Nordkette offers a variety of activities in different seasons. For example, trails of varying difficulty levels are available for warmer months. In winter, the Nordkette area offers challenging slopes and a freestyle park. Also, a good thing to know is that sometimes it gets really crowded and you will need to wait for another cable car to go up or down, because they all can accommodate a limited number of people. Just plan enough time for the whole activity.
I did it without your help. Your thoughts?
Very nice.
Very nice.
And a small hike, but it's not too difficult, so she's just complaining about it. She doesn't know.
We return to Seegrube restaurant. In winter you can ride the slopes and eat here directly, which is super convenient.
Your statement?
Nice.
And that's me trying elderberry juice, which I didn't like the first time, but kinda liked this second time. This one is not bad. We ordered a traditional plate filled with local meats, cheese, bread, and other products. It's really worth to spend some time here during sunset, because the views get even more magnificent on a clear day. However, mind the timetable of the cable car and the funicular so that you don't have to walk all the way down on foot. Today we aren't traveling far, but rather exploring what's nearby. We came to Highline Tirol today to have a look whether there is something worth seeing, and I know there is a mint museum that is supposed to be really cool, but as always when you want to visit something it appears to be closed, and not because it's Sunday but for some other reasons. So we'll see whether there is anything worthy apart from the museum. I hope so, because I heard the town is really cute and nice, and it's like the beautiful weather today. Probably a bit too bright. It's super easy to reach it from Innsbruck. The fastest option is by train, but we also saw a direct bus that departs once an hour. Hall's old town is like a time capsule. Here you will find narrow cobblestone streets, Gothic buildings, and little hidden courtyards. It's smaller than in Innsbruck, but at the same time it's probably not that popular with tourists and visitors, so you can have a pretty calm experience here. A big fact: Hall has one of the best preserved historic centers and is actually the largest medieval old town in Western Austria. The most famous place of the town is definitely a mint that we unfortunately didn't visit this time. Actually, it was one of the most advanced coin mints in Europe. You can still visit it today and even see old minting machines, but you should check in advance what the current open hours are. Hall's mint produced the famous silver coin called the thaler in the 15th, 16th centuries. Fun fact, the thaler actually comes from thaler, so yeah, Hall helped inspire modern money. Also, Hall became wealthy in the Middle Ages thanks to salt production. Salt was extremely valuable at that time and it turned Hall into the most important economic hub in North Tyrol. Later on in the year, Hall will be holding some events. For example, the Christmas market, the Radish Festival, the Organic Mountain Farmers Festival, and others. So definitely check if there are any events or festivals planned at your time of visit, because it can be a really authentic experience. One of the advantages to visit Austrian cities on Sundays is that they are empty, almost. And the town itself is really nice. It's like so medieval preserved, I would say. Really beautiful houses, beautiful decorations, architecture. So if you're looking like for places to visit from Innsbruck, that should be on your bucket list. I doubt that you can do much here, apart from like walking and maybe visiting some museums, but still it's like a valid destination for a one-day trip. If you also plan to visit other places nearby, there is a so-called Wattens card. It's a free guest card that you can receive when staying in the Wattens tourism region. It gives you access to several benefits like free bus transfer within the entire tourism region, discounts on museums, mountain cable cars, and so on. You can receive it from your hotel or host at check-in. It was a great short weekend getaway. If you're visiting Innsbruck and still have some time, or if you're looking for places to explore in the region, Highland Tirol might be exactly what you're looking for. So, today we are visiting a very special place. He told me about it. It is a cinematic installation in the mountain. It is located in Sölden and it is dedicated to James Bond films, particularly Spectrum, because the one part of the film was filmed in the surrounding area and it is situated on the top of the mountain. We should take warm clothes and what else? Yeah, a lot of time to reach the place. And an annoying boyfriend is a must have. The whole trip to the venue took about 2 hours for us. First, we took a train from Innsbruck to Ötztal and then a bus from Ötztal to Sölden. If you are not coming by car, this is one of the ways you can reach the installation. After that, in order to reach the top of the mountains, you need to take 2 cable cars. That's where it gets a bit pricey, but honestly, it's worth it. The cinematic installation built into the summit of the mountain in Sölden was designed to give visitors a unique immersive experience into the world of James Bond, particularly focusing on the film Spectre, which was partly filmed in Sölden. The architectural design of the installation was created with a focus on blending the structure into the surrounding alpine environment. It took several years to plan and build the installation, which is located at an altitude of 3,050 meters, making it one of the highest Bond-related experiences in the world. The Elements building is embedded into the mountain itself, blending into the landscape and reducing its visual impact. Its design focuses on minimizing energy consumption using the natural cooling from the mountain to regulate the interior temperature, making it both innovative and environmentally friendly. In front of the Elements building, you'll find a Land Rover Defender on display. This is a nod to the iconic car chase scenes from the Bond film Spectre, which featured intense driving sequence through the snow-covered landscapes of Sölden.
So we finally reached our destination. It is so beautiful. I actually didn't expect that we can do a lot of things here, not just visit the museum. There is the peak, you can climb to the peak. There is some other place that you can stand less extreme, and there are also like a couple of installations, this James Bond museum, also some scenic toilets to visit, so yeah, don't hesitate to take a minute.
It is also worth mentioning that there is a lot of open space there, so you can go here and there and take in the views. Inside the Elements building, you will find a carefully curated cinematic experience with a series of high-tech interactive installations. The experience is divided into several galleries, each focusing on different aspects of the Bond universe. At some point, there will be a space with interactive touchscreen tables, and after that, inside the action hall, part of the plane's fuselage is displayed as a key feature of the installation. You can get an up-close look at the wreckage of the plane used in the film. The Ice Cube restaurant located beside the museum served as a clinic in the movie where Bond meets Dr. Swan. You can either go to the restaurant or to the cafe upstairs. Both are kind of pricey, but the food looks just delicious and the views are amazing. I love castles. Who doesn't? This time we are visiting a bit of a hidden gem near Innsbruck, a beautiful preserved Renaissance castle in Tirol close to the town of Jenbach. We took the train to Jenbach, and from there you normally need to catch a bus to reach the castle. But we decided to walk the whole way instead. It's definitely possible, it just takes some time, and at one point you'll find yourself walking through open fields. The good thing is, you'll have a beautiful view of the castle almost the entire way.
Good morning from the beautiful Jenbach. Today we were supposed to have the sunny weather, but something didn't go as planned. Anyway, we're going to visit one castle in the area. It's called Tratzberg Schloss, and I usually see it from the train when I commute to work, and I wanted to visit it like I don't know how many years, and finally the day came.
What we didn't quite realize though is that you actually have to hike up to the castle. It makes sense, it's perched on a hill, or rather a small mountain. There is a short path that takes about 10 minutes, but it's steeper and more demanding. The longer road takes around 30 minutes and is more gradual. We had to go with the short one because of our time slot. Speaking of time slots and tickets, it's best to book online. It's cheaper and gives you more flexibility to choose your preferred time. The first stop was in the inner courtyard. Every wall is covered in Renaissance frescoes, many painted directly onto the stone centuries ago. They show coats of arms, knights, and even optical illusions that make flat surfaces look three-dimensional. Our next stop was in the hunting hall. It's decorated with hand-carved, life-size animals and the hunting scenes. Scenes include carvings of animals, for example deer among others, which give a feeling of wildness and tradition. It was used historically as a hunting lodge by nobles, so the decor is very much about the forest, the chase, portrays, trophy-like elements. A lot of other rooms looked amazing as well. It felt like time travel, also because everything was so well preserved. The interiors are oftentimes filled with original wooden ceilings, hand-carved furniture and tapestries. The Habsburg Hall is a true hidden gem inside. This hall features a huge painted family tree of the Habsburg dynasty and it covers the entire wall. The family tree mural spans 46 meters around the four walls and includes 148 figures in half-life size. Between the figures in the mural are lifelike deer frescoes, and interestingly, they use real antlers which serve as candle holders. This makes the room quite three-dimensional as well. There were some other stops in between, but our last and one of the most memorable stops was at the Armory. Here you'll find a remarkable collection of 15th and 16th century armor and weapons. One of the highlights here is a suit of armor that comes to life. The castle offers a special audio guide for kids, which has a more entertaining narration. There isn't a place to leave your dog, although honestly it's probably easier to come without a dog in general.
Our excursion has come to an end and I really liked this castle. I've visited quite a few and I can say, sometimes they are really beautiful on the outside, but they are so plain on the inside. This one has a lot of intricate details, so many
beautiful pieces of furniture, like small details, and it's really a pleasure to walk inside. The tickets are a bit pricey, but I guess it sort of matches the result, the expectation that you'll get from visiting this castle. So if you're in the area and you don't mind a climb, you can visit Schloss Tratzberg. How did you like the excursion?
Castle Reutte.
Castle Reutte. He's not keen on castles. Not so crazy about castles as I am. But it was good. I visited the Neuschwanstein castle, and I think, like, on the inside, this one is better than that one, although that one is too hyped. This one was, I think it's like locally hyped, because our group was, I don't know, 10, 15 people with kids. A lot of kids. But it's also Sunday. But it also can't compare with Neuschwanstein, because I've been there twice. Once like both outside and inside, and the second time only outside, and it's like overcrowded, probably because it's like very scenic on the mountain. But this one is kind of on the mountain as well, and you can see it if you go from Jenbach, I guess, or Schwarz probably also if you approach it at some point.
Visiting Tratzberg Castle was a great experience. I didn't spoil the inside rooms beforehand, so everything was a surprise. If you are in the area, definitely add it to your bucket list. By the way, if you can come by car, it's worth it. There is a parking lot right in front of the path that leads to the castle.
Probably one of the most famous places near Innsbruck is the Swarovski Museum that we are going to visit today. By the way, the train station in Wattens was under construction for some time, and it was our first time that we saw it finalized. You're searching for things to do in Innsbruck, you'll probably see visiting a Swarovski museum, because it's like a very famous and popular place here, although it's not in Innsbruck, it's in Wattens, where we are actually right now. And there is a shuttle bus that goes directly from the Innsbruck main train station to Swarovski Museum. But the shuttle costs around 13 euros, I think, and the departure times are not very frequent, so it's more like 4 times a day, I think, so you have like to plan accordingly. Or you can also go by train or by some local buses, but it's very likely you'll need to switch. I think a train is an optimal solution here, although you'll have to, and we have to, go a little bit from the train station to the Swarovski Museum. It's like maybe 20 or 30 minutes on foot. Swarovski Kristallwelten was created in 1995 to celebrate Swarovski's 100th anniversary. It's more like an immersive art experience rather than just a museum. The most famous visual feature is the giant's head, from whose mouth visitors enter the attraction. It is a symbol of imagination and wonder. Inside are multiple themed rooms where internationally acclaimed artists and designers interpret crystals in unique ways. You'll find pretty much everything like light and space explorations, art installations, and even a snow room. Founded by Daniel Swarovski in Wattens, the company revolutionized crystal cutting with a special machine that made highly precise facets possible. Swarovski crystals became famous for their brilliance, precision, and variety. Its crystal productions are used in jewelry, fashion, lighting, accessories, and decorative items. By the way, one of Swarovski's most beloved icons is the crystal mouse that is a part of a silver crystal collection. The outdoor garden of crystal worlds includes art, playgrounds, labyrinths, and sculptural installations. The centerpiece is the crystal cloud made of over 800,000 hand-mounted crystals floating above a mirror pool.
Look how beautiful it is. We just visited the Swarovski Museum, and the best part is that it doesn't end inside. If you go outside, there is like a huge premises with lots of beautiful installations also, so you can have a look here and there. It's not very full today, probably it's like a very off-season period. Normally it would be a bit crowded also here and inside, but today was a good experience actually. And there is also like a merry-go-round, I think, on the other side. I'm not sure it works today, we will see, but there are like things to do with kids as well if you have some.
The garden and installations were significantly redesigned and expanded to broaden the experience. And that was our day in Wattens. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, don't hesitate to subscribe and give me a thumbs up.